Hello and welcome to an 18 versus 18 between Legion X and 82 AD. Should be a pretty fun game today, fighting over Artillery Battery, which is actually totally new to me. I haven't seen Artillery Battery before, so I'm certainly looking forward to it. I'm going to change us into the match because it has kicked off already. We have got two games today, so we're running 82 AD on the Allied side and Legion X on the Axis side for now, and then we'll switch over and we'll change that around and they'll be switching sides. We see a pretty heavy deployment into that northern side from both teams. It does certainly look like Legion X might have a slightly better start though. We'll have to see. Early deaths on the Legion X side causing this to start going towards the 82 AD. We'll see how this goes though, because Legion X closing in on that hard point pretty early on here. And they're starting to get that sort of familiar lineup on these hedgerows that we've come to see within 18 versus 18. I certainly see who's got the better shooters though. Wave goes down early. Let's hop ourselves into this point now and see how this is going. We've got Tivrox in there. We've got 82 AD God as well. We'll see how he does with this one, but currently Cap is going towards Legion X. But it's right on a knife's edge for now. I've just realized my sensitivity is way too high for this. Let's so what happens when I actually play the game. I put my sensitivity back up. Let's put that down. There you go. That's better. I can pan a little more easily now, but we can see they've got control of the house. They've got pretty much control over this little compound for now as well, with those angles covered. Got a little sneaky boy in the north though. Got to go see who this little sneaky boy is up here. Here we got Need. Chucking grenades over. Got himself into a good little spot. Gets taken down very, very quickly. Edric and Lemon Jesus. What a name, Lemon Jesus. What a name. Making the difference there. Clearing out this northern side, and 82 AD putting on a strong showing. One would have thought, sorry, Legion X putting on a strong showing. One would have thought that 82 AD would be the favourites in this one, but right now it is an even game. Even going towards Legion X for now. Certainly seeing them starting to take a lot of this ground up here. Great positioning from Viking as well. We've got Edric now making his way a little bit more centrally here. If Viking does go down, which is real unfortunate because he did have a good coverage on that field. But this is not going to be a fun point to try and take back from the perspective of 82 AD. What I'd love to see. I mean, this is 18v18 rules, so MGs do have to stay a little bit low. However, I'd love to just see an MG prop themselves up somewhere like here, and just get that angle over that wheat field. We do have one pretty close by to it though. Silky Dog on the MG, gonna be able to cover these angles, and this is going to be the easiest way into the point. Let's take a quick kind of aerial scan of this point. So that we can kind of see the angles that these teams are having to work with. Certainly we know that a lot of this this central domination zone here, the strong point around this zone here, is where we're going to see a concentration of players. And if you want to try and get into that area, there's really only two ways into it here. Certainly we could see this as an angle as well, if they can manage to get their way around the outside. But let's take a look at the some of these open zones here while we're just over the top. Got one open zone here, got a second open zone here, another one here. Just you can surround this point with open fields that you've got to try and cross to get into it. And even within the point, you've got plenty of open areas to try and get through. So we can see 82 AD putting a bit of a reset onto this northeastern side here as they look to try and make their way up these two roads here, just trying to encircle this point. However, it's not going to be a good time certainly if Legion X can just get themselves up to this road here and control this. They'll have this fantastic line set up around the point, which will make it incredibly difficult controlling every single open zone that there is around it. That's really what I want to see from the from Legion X today. If they're going to go away and take the victory on this one. We do have, it's a 30-minute game within 18 versus 18. Another good angle here. Is this Edric again? Edric, you're picking up some good little angles, shooting through that hedgerow, blind firing, but it's going to control that little crossing if they want to, so a little pre-fire is nice to see.
One of you to support.
Very, very impressive so far from Legion X. Showing really, really good positional awareness. And even a little bit of patience here from someone like Devilish Red. Just holding this angle, waiting for players to come up. This is great, because now you can push a player, right? You can get Dr. Hobo, typically a sniper player. But he can start pushing just because they do have someone like Devilish Red sat back. Crony, yeah, had a ham and chicken sandwich for tea tonight. A little bit disappointing. Yeah, I mean, what are you going for? Like mayo on that, I'd say. Put a little bit of salad in it, though, and you could get a good mayo and salad. Make that a good sandwich. It was made like a odd sort of homemade bolognese type thing tonight, which was pretty tasty. Too much pepper in it, though. Too much pepper. 82AD making some gains down here, though. This is where this MG, you've got to sit quite far back as an MG to get those angles, or if you're going to sit around where Silky Dog is at the moment, you're more liable to getting picked off here. But Legion X, they've got decent defense in depth here, I would argue. When you're forcing players like Swellboy to actually crawl, you know it's going to be... you know it's going to be a long game for those players. You just got to win these few gunfights in here. This is crucial. Aware there's plenty of action going on the northern side, but these few gunfights here are massive. And Dope there goes down to Nelson. Great shooting from him there. Oh, and then even Swellboy goes down. There you go. Those are the crucial gunfights you have to win. Absolutely massive gunfights to win there. Do it Overlord as well. If he can get himself set up with the MG somewhere down here, could be pretty dangerous. I'd like to see him maybe just one trench line back, though. If you can get the elevation, he could be pretty dangerous. However, he can control this area pretty well. They've been pushed all the way back, though. Let's see a little bit of aggression from Legion X here. I know that these guys have been prepping a lot here, and a lot in this game. They've been going for... They've got box-out strategies. They've got strategies for when they're boxed in. There's been a lot of prep work from these guys going into their 18v18 games, and so you can certainly see this as an improvement from them, and it's really, really clear. Muid there taking a really nice line as well, but we're seeing a little bit of pressure now from 82AD getting towards this point. It's going to require... oh, Burned does go down. Going to need backup here. This is the problem. If you don't have defensive depth, you got to play with a buddy. Big spawn wave comes in, though. If they respond into the right zone, this could be good. They just got to make sure that they can get themselves set up and not taken down. The only one goes down, though. A wave is here. We've got Tivrox moving up as well. We've got Cannon Fodder Bob. A long-term Hell That Leaves player there. Experience within the competitive scene. Moving his way up. We just need to see a little bit of patience, I think, from Legion X here. As they look to get these different angles. Crucial gunfight there from God on Private Pile. Such a shame. Just caught him napping, just about. However, God then gets traded out. And again, Legion X looking comfortable here. MG's up in the house. Players there waiting. And you can see they look pretty comfortable. They look really, really good. They've got two players within the strong point. You're not going to want to get them any closer because they start wiping spawns. But the spawns look pretty safe for now. Let's take a quick look at the map and see what 82AD and their sort of wider strategy is here. You can see really sort of concentrating over here on this northern side with just one squad in the south. Trying to push this open field. And they are going to make this, I think. I mean, no one's particularly watching the open field, which is a little bit of an oversight. Jay Neal is going to get himself in. You do need someone watching that open field, though. You can't let players make that run. But they're not going to move their outpost forward because it's just too easy to wipe. And so they are at the other side of the field. Unless they get their full squads across, I wouldn't be too worried. If I was Legion X, you're not going to get spawn bombed in 18v18. This is just straight shooters, and you just got to win one or two gunfights, and you make a massive difference here. but they're not looking to box out 82 AD here. They're not pushing forward enough to be able to do that. And that's fairly reasonable. I don't blame them for that at all. We are seeing a really, really conservative spawns, which is nice. That's pretty classic within 18v18. Obviously, getting reset far back is going to be is pretty dangerous. Honey Badger says, "Oh no." You don't need to highlight the message. It's not like the chat is popping off, Honey Badger. But I appreciate you spending the channel points. You got to spend it on something, right? And as if you ever watched the streams, Honey Badger, worst moderator of all time. Do you have anyone watching this angle? Yeah, that's fair enough. Master, let me help you out get in there. That's reasonable. This time. There you go. Boom. What are you going to do about it? Hey, such a shame. We can see here, though, 82 AD starting to make their way across this field. And this could be where it starts getting dangerous, getting a little bit clustered up. Like J-Neil's approach here, just standing back, getting the nades over the hedge. This is where stuff starts getting a little bit dangerous for 82 AD. Crony says no sauce and can't eat salad. Of course. Of course. That's a dull sandwich. Please tell me it at least had butter on the sandwich. That's really what I want to know. But MG just spraying that house down. There's no usage of those windows whatsoever. 82 AD clearly with a good game plan. And where is he? So far back here. There he is. Oh no, just hopping up on this wall, shooting at that house. Really, really good prep work from them to be able to see that. And they've gone for the risky outpost now as well. J-Neil's outpost placement is super interesting, but it could actually work. Which is great to see. But 82 AD getting into the point. They should wipe the outpost that they have back here as well. It's probably already gone at this stage. Dope's managed to get himself into the house, onto the top floor. Takes down Xander now as well. So the house under control of 82 AD. This is what I mean. If they'd have had just one guy watching this open field, would have been totally safe. However, they've lost so much map control now. Total domination here from 82 AD onto the southern side. And they're even pushing on the north side now. This all just kind of comes from not watching those open fields. Tell you what I am going to do, though. I'm going to turn up just one setting. Let's turn that one up a little bit so I can get to see some names, which is always good. I know people like seeing their names, and people always tell me I don't concentrate enough on the individuals. We've got Sieges here, pushing through now. Even Silky Dog goes down there, just Devil Shred now, really within this point. This is a great play from 82 AD, even managing to push up onto this northern side now. I should add the chicken with sweet marinated barbecue chicken. Yeah, okay, Crony, you know what? That sounds a little bit better. That does sound a little bit better. Great pushes from 82 AD. They've finally found a little bit of rhythm here. Pushing back. Legion X finally sat themselves up in the gamer chairs to really start pressing here. Tristan's just going to hold this great angle. Just needs to stay alive and be a nuisance at this stage. Let players sat further back take a lot of the shots there. But he does go down. Private Pile goes down as well as he's pushing up. And Urim and Need and Pony starting to try to make their way through. And this point is going to cap. Maybe. Not quite. Let's get ourselves into the point. It's contested. Next gunfight is crucial. Goes the way of 82 AD though. And that point gets capped in just 15 minutes there. We've got 15 minutes left to go. So this game is a long way from being over. It's a long way from being over. Cannon fodder Bob. Devilish Red there. Still up. But he goes down as I say that. And that's a total reset now for Legion X. So far back they've been reset now. Garrison marker goes down from 82 AD, suggesting that's where they're going to be spawning all the way back to. I don't know if they'll be that far back. However, they're continuing to push on this northern side. And you can see Edric here getting a little bit panicked. He's getting pushed a little bit. Olstad and Urim takes him down. A Waterflea's a little bit exposed with just his MG up as well now. Obviously going to be running that MG42, shooting up the road, but Pony will know he's there now that he's shot. There you go, he goes down. And this outpost is going to be taken down there, and Aram wipes it. White runs around the corner, takes down 2, just Viking left. Oh, I think he spawned inside the house. Oh, you can't get out of this one either. That's real unfortunate. That's real unfortunate that he spawns inside there. Doesn't get to help his team out. But total reset for Legion X now. Total reset. And now we've got players scattered around the map. Dr. Hobo exposed. Private Purr, he's exposed as well now. And there's very, very little that can be done here to stop the wave of 82 AD players. Got to win some of these gunfights. Yeah. And as one of the best shooters ever in the game said to me, stay out of these wheat fields. It's not a fun place to be. You don't want to be here. Because just cannot predict to win these gunfights now. Cannon fodder Bob goes down. 82 AD though got defense in depth, able to sustain the pressure onto this wheat field. And it's going to be Legion X trying to just force their way across this wheat field. Now we kind of analysed this point from the other side. Legion X let that open field push come in. We'll see whether 82 AD makes similar mistakes here. Because we do have, again, open fields around this point that they've got to try and push through and contest to. On the other side of that, it's just wheat field, wheat field, wheat field. So I'd be interested to see what Legion X's plan is. We know that they do have a plan for this map and point. However, don't necessarily know whether they'll be able to execute it, but it's been a great showing from both teams so far. Oh, I didn't turn off command chat. Whoops. Let's turn that down. Sorry, Karlstad. Not that I don't like hearing your voice, but I don't want to hear it personally. Maple butter honey badger. Sounds terrible, and also quite Canadian. Does sound terrible. I agree with City. That does sound terrible. Don't mind maple syrup, but put it into butter? I don't know about that one. Burn the Man has managed to push himself up, actually. They have managed to push this wheat field fairly successfully at this stage. Got themselves to the other side. It's just whether they can keep that up and sustain being here. Because 82 AD are putting a lot of bodies into this area. Yeah, absolutely, City. Nice comeback from 82 AD. You're not wrong. And interestingly, if someone has pushed out of the zone, hang on. Oh no, it's just been capped back. Sorry, I thought that was. I thought someone was starting to cap the next point along, but no, it was just enough players in the zone for them to start capping this. 82 AD are sitting no one within the point at this stage. They were just waiting on that swarm wave to come back in. But I mean, their outposts are pretty far back, and actually, Legion X could capitalize on this. But Diffrox and Wave are the players having to hold up here on this center zone. Looks like Legion X are going for a very, very kind of pointed attack here. Very little width. Great rocket from Tristan onto some poor soul there. Didn't catch their name, but we can see here 82 AD keeping that width, keeping these approaches covered where possible. Need just out here. Should be able to see Lemon Jesus, I would have thought. Doesn't take the shot on him though, so perhaps doesn't see him for now. As we zoom back across though, we can see that Legion X has sustained themselves into this field. They are now starting to get squeezed out from the sides, and this is where the sort of closed off, narrow approach being taken here comes unstuck a little bit, as Aniram will be able to just really go pressure all of these players through this wheat field, and he'll be able to do that pretty much solo if he wants to, but he's not searching the entire field. He's just making his way through, probably searching to see if they've got an aggressive outpost. But Jord is up, but again, Jord is not killing anyone, so Jord's not particularly a threat here inside this wheat field, although Aniram is basically still on top of him. Goes down to Jord. There you go. Finally, Jord wakes up, takes him down. And now he's looking back towards Kolstad's squad. Pony's got himself into a good position as well. Might get taken down by Burn though. Yeah, Burn the Man takes him down there as well. Legion X start to come back into this now a little bit. Just need to keep that pressure up, keep the width as well. We've got Ben trying to push onto Swellboy, but look at the coverage here. From 82 AD is incredibly wide, and they're covering every single angle that they can. You know, even if you're looking at this, you might think, oh, well, there's a big gap in the line here. It's still pretty much being covered off by these MGs, by these players, where possible. So actually, even though it's you know, a little bit open, they're still able to cover it. There's a buzzing noise. Are you sure it's not just my voice? I wonder where that buzzing noise is coming from. I don't see anything on my oh, sounds like feedback. Oh, interesting. Let's see how that goes. I don't see anything on my soundbar though. It's yeah, totally fine on my side. Could just be the music in the background though. You're right. Sometimes the music it goes a little bit quiet and it is in the background. I'll just type in the chat to say I don't see anything. And so could be music. There you go. You can see me. You can hear me type that again. 5 minutes. Yeah, you know, in 5 minutes time for me. Here we go though. 82 AD starting to push across the open fields now. It's been covered off by Cannon Fodder Bob. He takes down Private Pile. Edric's going to move that outpost up. They're going to get a little bit aggressive now. There isn't too long left within this game now. Just 8 minutes left. Obviously with a little bit of overtime. But 82 AD covering as much of this ground as they can do. And knowing full well that actually, you know, if they want to try and get across this open field, they do have it totally covered off and surrounded. So they look pretty strong with that little safety net being built around that. Let's go check the other side of the map, though, to see if it's all similar. But of course, this is the slightly more direct point, or one might argue, for Legion X to be able to take. But they're actually getting wrapped around a little bit here. We could see Swellboy being a little bit of a dangerous position here. It's going to know where Do It Overlord is. Just needs to take him down if he can with a little peek around the corner. He does. And Swellboy here could be dangerous. He gets in behind. He could cut off any reinforcements coming from garrisons. Thanks, Screamin'. I appreciate you saying the buzzing noise makes me sound better. You know, it makes me feel really good, buddy. Legion X, so they're not quite boxed out yet, but 82 AD's defensive posture is fantastic within this. Jay Neal chucking every grenade he's got. I don't think we've actually seen him shoot his gun yet. We've only really seen him chuck grenades. As he gets a little bit aggressive, hops the other side of the hedgerow. We can see Kolstad's squad still up and getting aggressive as well. And Aram replacing Need over there. A Wave getting close in as well. Right next to Flower Magnus and Lemon Jesus. But we'll see Pony there. Takes down Lemon Jesus. Or at least someone does. MG is just spraying through that wheat field at the entranceway there. Here we got Beaver Bang there. From the little distance, just covering off anyone looking at crossing that that little entryway there. But Flower Magnus should push through. He takes down Beaver Bang. Which is great, allowing his players to now start and cross that wheat field. Flower's done well here to get himself so far progressed. And then 3 82 AD players go down in quick succession. Flower now can look to push wherever Kolstad's outpost is. Let's check the map, see if we can find it. It's just here by the... Is it by the house? It looks like it is. Oh no, but Flower runs away. Viking gets taken down and Spawn Wave comes in. It could have been perfect from Flower. If he was able to wipe out Kolstad's squad here. And such a shame he turned back, though, not realising that's where the outpost was. But Kolstad's squad is under pressure now. They are getting pressured by players. Edric's moved up as well. Private Pile's looking at trying to get himself across. But he's getting a little bit stuck. Viking comes back in. But we see 82 AD spreading fantastically across this map whenever they spawn. Flower Magnus doesn't spot the spawn wave either. He's just going for the sneaky plays here, I think. Should run into the gun show, though, isn't he? Maybe? Oh, he gets taken out by God. Good awareness there. And that's a real shame. Did just about get himself a little bit of cap pressure. Just a moment. However, Devilish Red is still up into the point. And these are the sorts of players now, in these sorts of positions, you hope you can drag your team forward. But what they don't realise is that J. Neil, Swellboy, Tivrox are all making themselves an absolute nuisance. This is where those boxing in tactics come into play very, very well. We could see Nelson's outpost go down here as well if Tivrox just keeps running that open field. Should be able to take it down if he wants to. He does indeed. Private Per and Dr. Hobo running the wrong way. Might get caught in the back here as well, actually, by Tivrox. Does take down Private Per. Takes down Dr. Hobo, and Muid as well is down. And that's everyone wiped there, not to know from Tivrox. They're not going to know that's happening. Great play from Tivrox there, wiping out Nelson's outpost. He is still alive, so he should be able to replace that as and when he wants to. And Kolstad's squad is even actually managing to keep themselves forward here as well at the same time. Which is pretty impressive stuff from them. Private Pony. Sorry, not Private Pony, it's just Pony, isn't it? Trying to hold this outpost. Gets to trade on Viking, having taken down Kolstad. A couple more players starting to make their way through as well. They must feel pretty comfortable here. I think that's his own MG makes him duck down there, actually. Who we got is Beaver Bang shooting up the road. Playing a little bit of anti-MG, but he gets taken down very, very quick there from Do It Overlord. And they're actually going to run 2 MGs out there. Must be spawning on the garrison for them both to be down there. And they're so far out of the fight now. They've got to start making plays across this field. Got to take down some key people. But Andre keeping this open field in check. Anyone coming out of this this wheat field is getting taken down so quickly. These are the angles you have to cover. Cannon Fodder Bob, he's going to just chill. Edric's up here. Jorda's up here. Viking and Burned Man as well. Andre presses, actually. I don't quite know why he's pushed that corner. Maybe he feels like Cannon Fodder Bob could just hold that angle for him. The waves coming up as well. So maybe he felt like they had a little bit of ability to cover him. There you go. There must have been a little bit of a call out for them to start pressing, because we see plenty of players now starting to press forward, feeling like they've got these players on the ropes. They've cut off all the reinforcements as well. This is great play here from J. Neil, Swellboy and Tivrox, holding this down all by themselves. Holding off a full squad or two. Spawning back at the garrisons. This is absolutely fantastic. J. Neil doesn't seem to have his gun out. Oh, he was going for the knife. Doesn't get it, unfortunately, but it's a bold play to go for that knife. Tivrox peeking this corner as well. Keeping players honest. MG keeping their heads down at this stage now. I think we've got just a minute and a half left of this game. I'd be surprised if this goes anywhere but an 82 AD win. Tivrox, J. Neil and Swellboy absolutely fantastic here in just keeping these players back in these final moments. These players are, I mean, you can't call this a boxing in because they are able to spawn and move off of that garrison okay, but they are pretty much boxed in from 3 players. So now even actually Andre's squad has been able to move up, and you can see all 3 squad leaders got reset towards the end there. And with these players now spawning back here, it is unlikely that they're going to make any more plays across this wheat field here. Andre takes down one. Cannon Fodder Bob's holding that angle as well as God. Swellboy goes down as well. We can see in the chat there, Tivrox was the one to steal J. Neil's kill with the knife. We've got just 15 seconds left here, and it's such a shame from Legion X's perspective, because they were so good in the opener, but they just failed to capitalize on it and didn't hold that open field as well as perhaps they should have done, which is a real shame. However, that is game as far as I'm concerned. I think think that's got to be 30 minutes, right? These guys still seem to be playing. Pretty sure we started at 105. But they're still shooting away. So we'll keep watching as these players continue to press forward. Andre pushing onto Nelson. Does get taken down. Nelson. Oh, a little cheeky spot here behind this tree. But he's just going to hold that angle at this stage. Looks like all the players have stopped from Legion X. Most of them have stopped at this stage. So it looks like that is going to be game. And it looks like we're gonna have a quick switch of the teams. And we're going to get this game done pretty quickly. So I'm going to pop to a Be Right Back screen. And I'll see you guys once the game starts going again. Alrighty, and we're quickly back into this one. It's nice when we don't have to do the multiple switches and trying to find the right point on the right map. It's always good. But the teams are going. They're already running around. We're still on the 82nd AD site, so we're still watching them from the blue. We certainly saw Legion X take advantage of the opening cap as this as the Axis side. We'll see whether 82 AD can do the same. Legion X pretty quick on the movements though, actually. Quite impressive. Able to get in there quicker than 82 AD were, so their openers are really, really solid here. Such a shame that they didn't get the mid-game right within that one, in that last round, because they were certainly in a really good position. We see two players, Tivrox and God, into the house now. Three players just underneath them, though. And this point is slowly going the way of Legion X, but one death there makes all the difference. Two deaths makes all the difference. It suddenly starts swinging the other way. Plenty of players getting around that house now. Andre's going to be there as well. Let's go check out the rest of this map. What do we got down here? We've got Kolstad not playing SL in this game. We've got Anura and Beaverbank still on MG as well, looking to hold this this northern side. We've got Legion X a little bit pinned back already so far. Need playing squad leader within this round. Looks like he and Kolstad switched for this game. But we're certainly seeing them trying to hold these open fields a little bit better now. However, E2AD looks like this is going to go their way. Swellboy's already holding that angle now. And Silky Dog looking to make his way through. Dr. Hobo making his way up the hedgerow as well. Might get caught though if Swellboy peeks it. Like he is. Dr. Hobo could make a pretty decent run here. He just holds that one now. Not a great angle to hold though. Very, very little cover. No concealment at all. He's just shooting up the line at nobody that I can see anyway. But he's seeing things in the dark. Silky Dog goes down. Got to be set up a little bit further back. I'm not quite sure what his plan was moving that far forward. And then Dr. Hobo gets caught in the open field there as well. And we can see, wow, look at the line being generated here from 82 AD. This was the positioning I was hoping Legion X would take in that last game. We can see here real consistent presence here, but even you know, as far back as this that they can hold without too much problem. They've got a little bit of defense and depth as well, able to use those MGs from afar. Like they're actually making that line even wider now across this map here. Fantastic play from 82 AD defensively, and when we saw them in the last game show the defensive presence and how good that was. Dope. Is he going to make it across this open field? He looks like he is. And if he just makes his way down this hedgerow now, he could wipe this outpost from Nelson. But I don't know whether he'd be able to make it there. He's got to just cross in front of Private Pair. Private Pair paying attention, shoots him through the hedgerow there. Nice from him. They're able to now just keep 82 AD back for a minute across that open field. But of course, 82 AD will be far happier with this opening and those opening gunfights. We could see here a little bit of boxing in quickly. 82 AD across their open field on this side now into the wheat field, which is going to make them a little bit ratty at this stage. Kolstad absolutely frying though on the edge of this wheat field. And he's actually going to put his outpost up, which is dangerous. You know, he's got no infantry in front of him, so he's very, very much got to be on his guard here. He's not keeping that outpost safe at all. Feeling pretty confident in his abilities to win these gunfights. We'll see how he does versus Viking though, because actually he's got to get the kill. He does. There you go. Well played from Need. Had to get that kill there, otherwise that outpost was definitely going down. But he's managed to get himself to the other side of that wheat field, and we're seeing Legion X get boxed in here now on this northern side. Over on this other side, Legion X getting reset all the way back again as well. Swellboy, I don't even know if Swellboy's actually died in this game so far. I did check the stats, and he was far and away the top player in that last round. Had about 100 combat effectiveness more than anyone else across the two teams. Dope's got himself forward now. Nelson switched off a squad leader and went into rifleman there. I don't quite know the reasoning behind that. His outpost then goes down. No squad leader spawns in. Dr. Hobo gets taken down pretty quick. Just Private Per. I mean, Dope surely sees him. Oh, there's a bush in the way, but Private Per goes down in the end regardless. So let's take a quick zoom out and get a bit of a top-down view on this one. Let's have a look at it from this angle here. A look at what you're trying to push from, and two, it is not going to be a fun time we can see over on the right-hand side of our screen here, got the outpost mark down. They know where they're spawning already, and they are stuck within this. There's only 2 ways out, and they're just getting killed on spawn, it seems. Only really these 2 directions they can go, but they are just being covered off massively. The only thing 82 AD just need to grab, and actually they are doing it already. They're likely going to just move these players up this way here. MG must stay back, but they'll look to just come grab this hedgerow, I would imagine, and we'll see them generating an exceptional line here across the map, covering every single sort of angle that you could possibly imagine. Xander's outpost has got to be down by now, I would have thought. It was in this area, but Tristan and Aram pushing through now. I'm not seeing anyone spawn in. Let's just take a quick spin around this map here and to see if we can clock where they are spawning in at. Here we go. So we can see I found one of these garrisons here. That's going to be one of the spawn areas. Looks like we might have another one just here as well, though I didn't actually clock whether they spawned in. But certainly over in the south there at the top of our screen, we're seeing plenty of players spawning in as well back to the garrison. Actually, this garrison could potentially be spawn camped. Where is the line that they can get to? I can ping some in my own squad. Yeah, they can get up to this hedgerow and just be able to shoot off of that spawn. So certainly they could totally box them out and spawn camp if they really, really need to. Xander's outpost is still up though, and we've got a little bit of a fight back here from the Legion X guys on this southern side. So many players on this open field though. And they're managing to keep back the players even in this this southern side here, spawning back onto the garrisons. Let's take a quick look to see if we can find the garrison. Oh, obviously I don't get to see it, but it's somewhere around around my ping, I think. Oh, I don't seem to have sight on it. But that might just be me being blind. It's somewhere in there, somewhere. Maybe. But certainly they are spawning quite far back now, and so far away from artillery battery. This is great 18v18 play from 82 yeah, showing that actually they do still have that pushing power against Legion X. They are able to just keep them back at will if they want to. You can see sort of how clumped up Legion X are getting here, not adhering to any sort of spacing rules at all. It looks like Nelson's outpost goes down with Dope on the other side of it. Dope goes down, but with the outpost being down, Nelson's just got to chill and sit back, and he's not going to be getting any kills as he runs back to try and save his outpost. What is this? Hang on. How has Robobug managed to get himself all the way here? I don't quite know. Does he actually see anyone from here? Does he see any outposts? Can he pick them off? I'm not entirely sure what he's how he's managed to do this. But certainly it's an interesting spot he's managed to get himself into. I'm not seeing anyone for now, but if he can just go wipe maybe Need's outpost where Beaver Bang is, that could be pretty strong of a move there from Robobug. So that's certainly an interesting one to keep an eye on, just to see what he's up to throughout this game. Xander looks like his outpost has been wiped, and they're back towards this garrison here. The Waterflea's actually running away to try and find himself an MG position. Those MGs, someone described them as being like the tanks of 18v18. They can sit so far back and cause so much damage. Tivrock's getting aggressive, takes down 3 in quick succession there. And he is just on the line. Oh, so very just on the line. Not going to be able to get around this hedgerow. But they know where that garrison is. They've got an exact mark on it now. And this is boxing in Legion X now. This is what this looks like. So many players back here looking to try and make their way through. But unless they kill 4 or 5 people in very, very quick succession, you don't see them being able to make any sort of movement back here. Not even actually seeing too many Legion X players spawning in. Oh, there's a spawn wave. Just missed it. They were waiting for the garrison to come in, of course. 40-second spawn wave. Looks like Tivrox went down. However, Pony's there. He can just hold that corner. of that hedgerow very, very easily, I would imagine. But the man's actually managed to get himself a good little spot around the outside, and Waterflea takes down Need with the MG at the touch of at the bottom of our screen. One of the sexy focus tunes is a nice touch. Well, what can I say when you're watching 82 AD play like this? Like, you need something like that in the background. We see here an Aaron going to be able to hold the other angle. Oh, Pony's actually getting bandaged up. I think this counts as medic play. Guys, no medics. Unbelievable, unbelievable. Pony stayed alive so long that actually he needed a bandage. And there he goes, he's off again. Good MG play though from Legion X from a distance. I mean, actually, I don't even know if Overlord's set up, is he? He's just about set up there on the fence line, shooting through that hedgerow there, and takes down one. But man, they are totally boxed in. Tivrock's pressed up again as well. I can't even keep focus on all the action at once here, where 82 AD is starting to press forward. Obviously, 82 AD, you know, let's take a look at the 18 versus 18 rule set here very, very quickly. You know, they can't leave this box here. But of course, Legion X kind of have this whole play zone that they can work with. It's the same for 82 AD. You know, they've got, you know, if you really want to, they've got this whole play zone to play with. You just can't leave sort of the 3 and 4 columns at all. But you can see then, with just 18 players, you can generate a pretty dense front line across this. And it does seem like 82 AD totally content with where they've got these players. Viking right on the edge of the map here. As well. In fact, actually, is Viking actually in the play zone? Oh, he's close. Oh, he's close. He was just in the play zone. However, he goes down anyway, regardless. He wasn't going to get too far there. He would have been able to crawl up the entirety of this hedgerow without leaving the play zone. But we can see plenty of smokes coming out from Legion X here as they look to press forward. J Neil's not even holding the front of that building. He goes down, though, to Edric. Good shooting over the top of that wall. We see Legion X actually making up some ground here, which is nice to see on this southern side of the map. You could draw a line, but can I draw a penis? It's a good point. Bite Size, you missed yesterday's game where I actually managed to fit 2 into one stream. Let's take a look, though, at what we're getting here out of Legion X. Everything down in this southern side now. They feel like this is the area where they can pressure down here. You know, they are starting to make their way up this road here. Oh, why were that clear? I wanted to use an arrow. They're starting to make their way up this road, which is nice. Unfortunately for them, they do have these 2 little bits of hard cover that they can use to really make the push a little bit easier. They can get a little bit of cover and fire just up these roads. Unfortunately, 2 players goes down just at the top of our screen there towards the western side. And we can actually see that we've got 82 AD really starting to commit a little bit more down on this side. I did ping. I'm allowed to ping. What are you going to do about it? Can't ban me. Unbannable. Not happening. But my word, I mean, so many players in such a close proximity here. Just getting shredded from all sides. Is there really an MG up this road that can see them as well? If so, that is just comedy. No, not quite. Tristan seems to be using his pistol. Which feels a little bit... Tristan, that is disrespectful. If you're out of ammo, in which case, you know, that's fair. But Tristan's just wanted to live his medic life here. And pistol only. As he looks to try and pick people off back there on the garrison. Let's go check out the other garrison up here. Is it actually being watched? That's the real question. Yes, is the answer. Yes, it is. That is why they're all spawning down south. Beaver Bang has got his MG set up here on the garrison. Jewett Overlord is here. Whether he can actually... No, he's not going to do anything. So Beaver Bang totally got that covered off. He's not sweating anymore. They'll leave 2 or 3 players up there, I would have thought. And just the Legion X will focus down here, and 82 AD will surely bring some more bodies down this side as well. Remember, we're only Only 15 minutes into this. Got another, close to 16 minutes into this. Got another 14 minutes to go. Wampa, you just here for the sexy focus tunes anyway to make the spoken word quiet? No, there isn't. What are you going to do about it? Well, yeah, maybe when this music starts, maybe I can go close to the microphone and talk nice and quietly for you. You should be able to hear it over the top then. But my lord, this is domination from 82 AD. We're seeing the medic out. We are seeing a medic. Who is it? Who's playing medic? Robobug, and he's actually even pulling out the bandages using that quick bandage speed there. That's got to be just for smokes, I would imagine, is the plan. But you know, Robobug didn't manage to make the damage that he wanted to from that little sneaky spot we saw him earlier. But oh man, Andre's pushed all the way forward here. Tivrox and Siege fighting over a tiny gap in the hedge as well. There's too many players in this zone. Everything's going on down here at this stage. But this main push here from Legion X is starting to go down. Jord's got himself pushed up pretty far. Flower Magnus is still crawling as well. Jord actually takes down Press F there. We'll see if anyone noticed Jord. I mean, he's still crawling. Maybe he makes it. Maybe no one notices him. But certainly he's got plenty of players between him and his own team there with Tivrox, God, and Andre. But there we go. Smokes are out from Flower Magnus and Bird the Man and Edric as well, as they're now looking to go pressure J. Neal and wherever his outpost is. J. Neal takes a little bit of a tag there. Does get damaged, but he stays alive. Looking to just hold the smoke zone. But Legion X, the smoke push, they have managed to actually go get control of this, which is great for them. That is just a little bit of map control that they're able to go grab. They've just got themselves another little bit of cover. Jordan's still crawling, takes down Siege. Press F, surely he notices him crawling. Maybe he doesn't. Cannon Fodder Bob, anyone else just doing stupid meme stuff now? Where is Cannon Fodder Bob? That's the real question. We can find him. Want to know what he's doing. Want to know what the meme stuff you're doing is. I mean, he's just chilling by his own outpost. I want to see if we can get a knife kill on camera, though. Because certainly we're getting close-up action down here. Legion X. There's just no way they can get out of this at this stage, is there? Might as well call this a day, surely. Well, I might have thought. But Jordan's actually doing pretty well here. I'm impressed by him. As he looks to just make his way up this hedgerow. He is crawled a long old way there. Oh, I'm stuck in a bush. Looks to try and take down J. Neal. Doesn't quite manage to. Just got a little bit of a... just the top of his head to try and hit there. But Jordan's managed to get himself all the way up. Edric's managed to push as well. Jord does finally go down to press F, which is a real shame. J. Neal just pulls back a little bit. Looks like he's going to move his outpost just a little bit further back. Sensible plays from him. Byside said, damn it, I missed it. I don't know, man, but there's definitely been something drawn. Definitely been something drawn on the screen. Can't confirm whether or not it was a penis. But here we go. We are seeing Legion X now just getting clumped up by this house at this stage. While 82 AD do continue to hold their very, very consistent line that they have generated. I mean, Beaver Bang is probably the most bored player in this game right now. There's no way he can ever move from this spot. He's just got to hold that garrison that they've got up there. But he is going to stick around, it seems. A little bit of contest. They've, you know, as all 15 players, or 18 players, sorry, spawned in for Legion X inside the zone. But at any stage, you know, 82 AD can drop one guy into the strong point and be absolutely fine. They might finally break through here. Edric's got himself fairly well progressed at this stage. You know, J. Neal's outpost is not particularly vulnerable, but they don't have as many players down here as perhaps I would have thought that 82 AD would commit, but they're staying strong to the line that they're trying to generate, regardless of how many players Legion X commit onto this this southern side. But man, there's these smoke pushes are, oh, I mean, there's a lot of them. This is the main tactic right now from Legion X's is just to get smokes out and try and get across these open fields. So, of course, once you get into the trench lines, you can hold corners and wait for buddies to come join you. Dope there misses shots, gets taken down by Lemon Jesus. Tivrox is going to run into trouble as well. But Lemon Jesus does go down. Tivrox holding that angle, gets down Devilish Red, gets down Edric as well. Nice play from Tivrox. Doesn't run into trouble. In fact, it turns out he is the trouble. As he manages to save a lot of his teammates there from being in a little bit of danger. But we see as Nelson actually made it into the trench line. No, he goes down to a headshot, it seems, of some description. A Waterflea in a good MG spot as well, taking shots onto Swellboy. Takes him down. Great MG in from a Waterflea here. Really good play from him. Just to be able to get into that, just to shoot into that trench line. Does he see the spawns? It looks like he does see a couple of players in there, so he's got his eyes peeled. But 82 AD, well, there you go. They're committed a few more players down here now, it does seem like. Certainly there's no one in the middle of the map here for them. Oh no, there is. They were just waiting for the spawn to come in onto this this outpost. So they are still committing players into the middle of the map, and I can see why. You know, like Legion X did, they didn't want to lose to an open field push from that first game, right? It was pretty crucial that they did keep at least some presence here, just in case someone tries the open field run. I'm curious who this is. All the way back here. Dr. Hobo, are you just AFK or something? What are you playing now, buddy? Why are we all the way back here? No, he's did say he plays sniper a lot, but I mean, I'd maybe want a little bit more from him. You're gonna sit back here. You got to hit the shots at a minimum. There you go. He gets one shot there onto Tristan. The MG there did just see the blood splatter come. Need is still hanging out. Beaverbang still watching this garrison as well. I feel bad for Beaverbang. Like, he's done nothing but sit here for like the past 10 minutes and just watch the one garrison with no spawns on. Oh, long range rocket comes out. Doesn't get enough distance on it, unfortunately. Brother Purr's got himself exposed, but takes down Dope, it looks like, or maybe Lemon Jesus does. Agent X boxed into that little corner again, though, at this stage. Kind of on a bob, holding the angle. Should catch Muad as he comes out of the smoke, maybe? No, he's not actually looking, though. He's looking up the hedgerow. So he's looking to try and catch someone like Jord as they come out of this. But he goes down. Jord playing well again. Gets a good kill there. Muad emerges from the smoke. And is safe. He's got players ahead of him to keep him secure. Lemg's and Viking holding the front of this line now. They are right. I mean, this is the easier way that they can get in towards the point. You know, there's very little doubt about this, as they can use these lines to get in, but of course they will eventually just end up sort of choked anyway. Again, you know, with this sort of entryway here, they'll get choked out once more. But of course, trying to push people down the trench line, the more defensive players are more likely to win those engagements as they hold those corners. And while Legion X need to be aggressive, even if they do get into this trench line, it's going to be difficult to push up and take down J. Neal's outpost. I mean, J. Neal seems to be blocking off the trench here, so Swellboy trying to get around them. But he just goes over the top. He's going to use the Legion X smoke to his advantage. Private Palm nearly kills Flower Magnus with the rocket. But finally, the Legion X have got up to this hedgerow, and they've got plenty of players here. 82 AD are having to bring players down from the mid-map as they look to try and secure this win in the final 4 minutes. Lemon Jesus is making just such a slow crawl forward. I love this. What would have been interesting is... oh, Wave has actually pulled out the flamethrower. We're seeing the flamethrower. It's happening. He goes down, having burnt someone to a crisp there. But Lemma Jesus, I kind of hope he makes it. If he gets into the point, he'll count for 3, and then they just need to stay alive. Unfortunately for him, he might actually get caught out here by Siege, who might hop over the wall, maybe? Not quite sure. Lemma Jesus takes down the MG. He's giving his position away to Siege. Yeah, and Siege takes him down. What a shame. What a shame. Could have been a great play, to be honest with you, if he had just snuck himself into the point. Hey, thanks, Stinky, for Raiden and coming and joining us just for the end period of this 18v18 between Legion X and 82 AD. Big spawn wave comes in from 82 AD on that outpost, though. Private Purr's looking at making his way up this trench line. Gotta hold those angles, and he does take down press F there. Slowly make his way forward. Oh, he gets headshot by J. Neal, though. And that's a real shame. Could have just held... Oh, going to the smoking, you get blinded. Could have just held that there. And wait for players to get up towards him. But it doesn't come off for him, unfortunately. Devilish Red right up against Dope now. Either side of the hedgerow from each other. Assault versus Assault. Will they ever meet? Dope's chucking grenades over the top. He stands up and peeks round. He might just get caught here. They are so close to each other. Jesus is going to go for the same approach again. Going to try and crawl his way through. Long grenades out from Dope though towards Edric there. And the rest of his squad. But we're seeing more smokes come out from Legion X as they look to try and make those smoke pushes. You know, they were successful twice, or I would argue. They have worked twice. You know, they managed to make their way up to this house with smoke pushes, and then up to this hedgerow with smoke pushes. It was possible. They're also looking at trying to just unlock this garrison over here as well. We'll see whether Beaver Bang's paying attention or not, as Burn the Man is pretty close to him here. Does he hear the footsteps? Burn the Man. He's going to peek around this corner. Hey Scoff, thanks for raiding with Tuna. Oh, there you go. Beaver Bang's paying attention. He is awake. He is awake. Thought he might have gone to sleep. Yeah, making sure they don't cap the 5th point. Yeah, you're right. I think Dr. Hobo might have missed the memo on this game mode. Got to get into the cap sector. Surely he's not even in the cap sector. Just count for something. It's a man who's given up, I think. Lemma Jesus, he's made it again. Oh, I can't believe this. Hang on. This is I can't believe he's made the crawl twice. And he might actually be successful in this one. Not making the same mistake as last time, though. He's not going to take any shots. Nope, he gets taken down by Dope when he gets to the same spot. Unbelievable. I can't believe that he's gone for the same crawl. Gets taken out in the same spot. The buzzing's back. Crony, I don't believe you. Are you sure it's not just like the MG? Sure it's not just the MG? You know, the buzzsaw is pretty buzzy, some might say. So it's the MG's pretty buzzy, the buzzsaw? No? Okay, never mind. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, it's fine. Didn't want to make the jokes anyway. Oh, I think they've actually finally unlocked this garrison up here. Game's only got 7 seconds left, so it doesn't make a difference. But they did at least, you know, technically get themselves out from that boxing in. But that is the game. Kolstad has called it. That was a ridiculous game from 82 AD. Played that so well, so calm, so patient. Up against Legion X and really dominated this second game. So I'm gonna give that the GG. I'm gonna call it the end of the stream as well. So thanks guys for sticking around with us and hanging out, and I'll hopefully see you again on Sunday, where I should have 49 versus 49. I think it's WTH and DC. I think it's Sunday. It's Sunday night for that one. So guys, thanks for sticking around, and I'll see you guys later on.